you ever look at modern racing games with their hyper-realism and gigantic open worlds and just feel a little tired? Have we traded the simple destructive joy of arcade racing for pretty postcards and never-ending to-do lists? We're about to see if a legendary brawler from 2008 can still teach a modern giant a thing or two about real fun. This is the veteran versus the champion. This is Burnout Paradise versus Forza Horizon 5. This isn't just a simple comparison, it's a clash of philosophies. A battle between two completely different eras of game design. In one corner you've got the undisputed king of modern racing, Forza Horizon 5. It's visually stunning and it is a massive sandbox celebrating car culture. And in the other corner is the grizzled veteran, the punk rock anarchist that blew the doors off the genre back in 2008, Burnout Paradise. This game laughs at realism. It tossed licensed cars out of the window, gave us something a bit more raw, chaotic, and completely unforgettable. It didn't ask you to collect cars, it dared you to wreck them. Today we're putting them head to head. We'll break down their worlds, their sense of speed, the core gameplay, to find out which game's idea of fun and destruction really holds up. So at the heart of this whole thing is a basic disagreement on what fun even means in a racing game. It's the difference between a meticulously planned, all-inclusive luxury resort and a music festival in a muddy field. Both are a good time, but for totally different reasons. Obviously, Forza Horizon 5 is that luxury resort. This idea of fun is built on variety, choices, and giving the player a little bit of everything. Like the second you arrive at the Horizon Festival, you're bombarded with things to do. Like, do you want to try a street race, a cross-country scramble in the dirt, a PR stunt that sends you flying off a cliff, or taking a photo in the heart of a storm? The game is an endless buffet of car stuff. Crashing is kind of a mistake in this game, a little slip up that slows you down. The game wants you to be a great driver and appreciate the beautiful cars and the world. And it does a really good job at it. Burnout Paradise though, that's just a muddy, dirty, filthy festival. It basically has one simple focus. That's to have fun. That's to cause chaos. It's to cause destruction. The game isn't just okay with you crashing a little bit. It practically begs you. The Takedown is an incredible game mode on there, where the whole point of it is to write off other cars. It's to put them into walls. It's to grind them till they wrecked. So there's quite a big contrast between the two. Forza punishes you for crashing and slip-ups. Burnout rewards you. So I think the first thing we're going to talk about is the graphics, because this is the easiest one to decide a winner on, because let's face it, Forza Horizon 5 is stunning. Everything about it looks really, really good. There's reflections on the cars, the storms look great, the tracks look great. I love the crowd and the colours, and it just looks amazing. So there's not really a comparison when it comes to the graphics. Forza smashes it out of the park. And there's not really much I can say other than I like the animations for when you smash the cars and wreck the cars. I like it when the car crumples up. I think that's probably the only area of graphics, but that's because you're not designed to smash your cars up. The game's not designed to smash your cars up. So now we're going to get into the real meat of it. So we're going to talk a bit more about the driving mechanics. Again, there's a massive contrast, but there's no clear winner here. It really depends on the type of game that you're looking for. You want more realistic driving, you want licensed cars, you want the full driving experience, you play Forza Horizon 5. Like, the cars handle really well, but they also punish you quite a bit if you don't hit the brake at the right time. Forza will punish you. And in Burnout, it's quite simple, but the whole point of it is that you're supposed to cause chaos. You're supposed to cause destruction in and around the city. Nice. So we're going to talk about the sense of speed, the rocket fuel versus the realism. I mean, speed, it's the whole point of a racing game, but showing it is an art form. Both of these games are fast, but they get you there in completely different ways. Forza Horizon 5 aims for a sense of speed that's grounded in realism. When you're doing 270 miles per hour in a Koenigsegg Jesko, it feels fast, but it also feels stable and believable. Yeah, the speed comes from recreating real-world physics. The sound of the engines, the feel of the wind, it's hard to explain, but you can almost feel the downforce of the car. And you've just got the beautiful world around it as you're going at these incredible speeds. Like, the fun comes from taming the machines and on the different tracks, the different surfaces. It's thrilling, but it's controlled, predictable kind of thrilling. On the other side of that, Burnout Paradise doesn't care a single lick about realism. Its sense of speed is pure, uncut, eyeball-flattening adrenaline. It's not trying to simulate reality. It's trying to capture the feeling of ludicrous speed. When you hit the boost in Burnout, the world doesn't just get faster, it explodes. The screen stretches, the camera shakes, tunnel vision closes in, and the engine is replaced by the roar of a jet. It's a bit of a sensory overload, and it feels genuinely out of control. You're not so much steering the car as you are pointing it in a general direction and hoping for the best. And that feeling is cranked up by constant danger. In Forza, a wall is an obstacle. In Burnout, a wall at 200 miles per hour is an instant metal shredding, race-ending explosion. Okay, so we've talked about philosophy, worlds, and the feeling of speed. One gives you a beautiful, curated car fest. The other, a focused shot of destructive chaos. But the feel of a game is super personal. So I want to know what you think. Which one gets your heart pumping? The grounded realism of Forza, or the pure chaotic energy of Burnout? Drop your choice in the comments. And if you're enjoying this little demolition derby, think about hitting the subscribe button and ringing the bell. It really helps out. And we still have to get to the main event, the art of destruction. So, the art of destruction. This is where the two games couldn't be any more different. For one game, destruction is the whole point. For the other, it's a minor inconvenience. In Burnout Paradise, crashing isn't a failure. It's an art form. This game has one of the most satisfying vehicle damage models ever made. Even by today's standards, cars don't just get dented, they twist, buckle and shatter into a million pieces. Panels fly off, glass shatters, and the chassis gets all deformed. Every big crash, you're rewarded with a dramatic slow-mo camera that makes you appreciate the carnage. You see this most clearly in the different races, but in particular road rage. It doesn't just ask you to be the fastest and win the race. It tells you to wreck a certain amount of opponents in a certain amount of time. And then there's Marked Man, which flips that and makes you survive an attack from a super tough enemy cars. Then there's the Showdown mode. At any point you can just decide to turn your car into a tumbling ball of chaos, trying to cause as much monetary damage as possible. Destruction is the central pillar of the whole game. In Forza, destruction is basically a cosmetic scratch. The game is a celebration of licensed, real-world cars, so there are rules. You can't just tear a brand new Lamborghini in half. As a result, crashes in Forza are really tame. You might crack your windshield or scuff the paint. Hitting a wall at 200 miles per hour just results in a dead stop and a penalty to your skill score, and you can even rewind it. There's no spectacle, there's no visceral feedback. Yeah, the game treats crashing kind of what it is in real life. It's a mistake. It's a system that punishes you for driving poorly. The contrast couldn't be clearer. Where Burnout finds joy in every collision, Forza sees it as a failure. One is a contact sport, the other is a time trial. So the next thing we want to talk about is the driver's journey. How a game guides you is just as important as what's in it. A great progression system keeps you hooked, while a messy one just makes you feel a little bit tired. You'll get a bit bored. Burnout Paradise keeps things very simple. Your progress is tied to one thing. It's your driver's license. You start with a learner's permit, and to upgrade it, you just have to win a certain number of events. That's it. The map is your menu. To start a race, you pull up to an intersection, spin your wheels. There are no pop-ups, no checklists, no seasonal events begging you for attention. The game just wants you to drive. Unlocking a new car actually feels like an accomplishment because they aren't just thrown at you. It's a design from before the live service games, before daily logins and FOMO. The game is just confident that its gameplay is fun enough to keep you coming back. So to get these cars, a car will appear on the map and you just got to go and write it off. You just got to go and wreck that car into a wall and then it becomes yours. Like, it's a lot of fun. It's a nice little addition. But on the other hand, Forza Horizon 5, that is the definition of a modern content-stuffed game. The map is famously cluttered with hundreds of icons like races, stunts, stories, collectibles. On top of that, there's a seasonal playlist of weekly and daily challenges for your exclusive cars. Then you have wheel spins, accolades, player houses. It can be a bit overwhelming. For a lot of people, this is amazing value. A game you can play forever. But for others, it's menu fatigue. The game is constantly pulling you out of the driver's seat to manage rewards, check your progress. And while it's super generous, you could argue it makes the rewards feel less special. When you get 3 new hypercars from a slot machine in your first hour, does earning one from a tough race feel as good? It's the modern content fire hose approach, designed to keep you busy, sometimes at a cost of smooth, immersive gameplay. So, after all the smoke is cleared, which philosophy wins? Honestly, there's no real winner here. Because these games aren't really playing the same sport. They're just standard bearers for 2 totally different and totally valid ways to make a racing game. Forza Horizon 5 is an incredible achievement. It's beautiful, it's massive, it's a brilliant car sandbox with so much variety. It's almost a love letter to car culture. It's a digital museum where you get to drive exhibits. It's the peak of modern game design. There's more content, more options, and it's just a beautiful world to drive in. But you have to wonder if the genre's chase for realism and scale has left something important behind. Burnout Paradise actually makes a strong case that it has. It's a masterclass in focused design. It has one simple goal: deliver pure chaotic fun, and it nails it on every level. Its dense world, its insane speed, and its love for destruction. It creates a rush that's pretty much unmatched today. It's a classic because its idea of fun isn't tied to graphics or licensed cars, but to a perfectly timed takedown. So for me, while I'm in awe of what Forza Horizon 5 is, my personal choice is Burnout Paradise City. There's just something unapologetic about it. Its only focus is fun and destruction, and honestly, I just prefer that. But this isn't really about my final say. It's about the story of the racing genre. So I'm going to put the last question on you. Which era wins the showdown? The destructive chaos of the past, or the curated realism of today? Let me know which side you're on in the comments. Thank you very much for watching. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm going to go take down some cars.